Have you ever wondered what's going to happen if you make it to your cruise ship but your luggage doesn't? This recently happened to me, and I'm going to go over my experience on the cruise ship and what happened.
My name is Stuart. This is Ship to Shore Cruise News. Let's get into it.
I recently was on the Carnival Liberty on July 21st, 2024, and I'm glad to say that me and my family of 5 were able to get on board, but our luggage didn't. It got lost by the airline. Now, first of all, some of you are going to say right away, hey, you should have left a day early just to make sure there's no problems and flight delays and so on. And I'm just going to say that we were up at 5 a.m. the morning before, so we could make our 8 a.m. flight out of Vancouver and hopefully get into New Orleans at midnight. Our connecting flight in Los Angeles was canceled. We were put on a red eye to Atlanta, then to New Orleans. We arrived at New Orleans at 10:30 in the morning on the 21st, so we'd been flying since 8 a.m. the day before. So first of all, we did the great thing. We left the day before in case there's any problems, and there were problems. And when we got to New Orleans, we found our luggage never made it past Los Angeles, and there was no way we were going to be able to get it before we got on the cruise ship. So we did the proper thing. We made the claim with the airline, and off to Target we went to buy some clothes. So I don't know if you know how much clothes would be. We anticipated we would need 3 days worth of clothes because the airline said they would be able to get it to our first port of call in 3 days. And for 5 people, 3 days worth of clothes was quite a lot of money. Anyway, we made it to the terminal at about 1:30 p.m. Final boarding was at 2, and we were able to get on board. We were so excited to get there. We all had some sort of personal luggage. We did have some jackets and some small things, and we were able to pick up clothing for a few days at Target. Anyway, once we got on board, we did our muster drill, we found our rooms, we got cleaned up a bit, and the first thing I did after that is I went to customer service on Carnival Liberty. So this is my experience with Carnival. I can't say this is how it's going to work on every cruise line, but I do have to say that Carnival treated me very well. So as we all know, if you go to guest services on embarkation day, there's going to be a huge line. And this was no exception. On this day there was a huge line, and I waited in line for my turn, and when I got there I informed them that I'd made it to the cruise ship but my luggage didn't. Was there anything they could do for me? And I tell you, they bent over backwards. The first thing they did is they brought out toiletry kits for everybody in my group. So first of all, we got Carnival toiletry kits. They came with toothbrushes, toothpaste, deodorant, shaving cream, everything we were going to need. No shampoo or conditioner, but our rooms had it anyway, so we didn't have to worry about that. On top of that, they each gave us a shirt, a Carnival shirt, and we got 20% off clothing at the gift store, at the shops. So as soon as that opened, we were able to go up and get some clothing, which we never did. We never did buy any clothes. We did buy a souvenir near the end of the cruise, and we were able to get a discount. What Carnival also did was take our luggage tag numbers and our airline that we were on. And what they said was that they were going to allow me to make phone calls from the cruise ship for free whenever I wanted to the airline. And they also gave me 24 hours free Wi-Fi for myself, so I could use the track your luggage feature of their website, now, which I did. I was able to get some flight information and give it to Carnival Cruise Lines, and they sent their port representative to the airport to check to see if any of our luggage was there and to bring it back to our ship. Well, what happened with our luggage is going to be another video, a longer video, but I'm just happy to say that when we got to our first port of call in Jamaica, I was able to give the cruise line an airline number, a flight number, time it would arrive, and we were able to get one bag back on that day. 2 days later in Cozumel, we were able to get another bag. We were able to get another bag when we got back to the airport in New Orleans on the way home, because it never went anywhere once we got to New Orleans. And 2 bags showed up back at our house 2 days after we returned. But anyway, I just want to let you know that Carnival Cruise bent over backwards helping us. Every day they would let me make that phone call to the airlines to find out what was happening. Every day, if I didn't have all my bags, they would extend my Wi-Fi for 1 more day. Everybody at guest services knew me after a couple of days, and they were all so helpful. What I found was amazing is they tried so hard to help me, even though it wasn't their fault. They had nothing to do with the lost luggage. They were just trying to make my experience the best it could be. I'm glad to say we were still able to do Dun River Falls in Jamaica. That was fantastic. We were still able to do Stingray City in Grand Cayman. That, my kids just loved that. And we still had a great cruise overall. My kids, they were quite upset when their clothes weren't there. I've got 2 older teens who were very upset about that each day, but they were troopers, and after a few hours, back to their old fun self. We had some issues with food on the cruise, but that's another video. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that Carnival will bend over backwards to help you to make sure you have a great cruise if you show up for the cruise and your luggage doesn't. And always remember, when it comes to cruising, my name's Stuart, this is Ship to Shore Cruise News, and as always, get your cruise on.